Hey everyone, welcome to the live stream event of this moment. My name is Matt, and I'm going to be opening a slew of boxes for your viewing pleasure, talking about the contents, and perhaps even answering some questions after the fact. So, thank you for joining me, whether it was now or after the fact. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to hear me talk about records and answer some questions from the community. So we're going to let some folks trickle in first, and then we'll get started with, how many do we have today? We have 1, 2, 3, I don't know, somewhere around 12 or 13. Pretty solid. Yanosh says, happy belated 1-year anniversary for the TMR store. Thank you so much, man. It was truly an incredible day. The 1 year was like one of the best days of my life, and it really showed that what I'm doing out here is good, and people are liking it, which is very refreshing and exciting. So I'm working on I'll probably say this multiple times during the stream, but I'm working on a kind of a real recap of the day, and hopefully that'll be out Wednesday. Corey, what's up? What's up, Gash? What's up, McCharles Ray from Jersey? Sully, Nikki, Noiboy. What's up? Welcome in. Noiboy? Who are you? I know you, but like I'm trying to equate the name to a real life person, because I feel like I don't have the correlation in my head. Hadass is here. Howdy, Alex. Howdy. Y'all gonna get to have a little, Oh, it's Chris and Sal. Oh, I should have guessed from the name. I don't know why I didn't get that. Yeah, glad you guys made it, and tell Sal I have the records for him on hold still. You guys are gonna get to see a little tiny glimpse of Alex behind the scenes in the recap video. She was kind enough and sweet enough to be the man on the street talking to some people in line about TMR and what they were excited for, and there's a little segment of that in the upcoming video. So shout out to Alex for being wonderful and doing that. All right, let's just get started. It usually takes about 15 minutes for it to be full swing anyway, so you got to know if you're here at the start, you get to catch all the records. If you're not, you catch some of them. I don't know what this is. It feels like it's packed full of 7-inch records. We'll see. If you guys can hit the like button real quick, if you have the ability to do so, whether you're watching on phone or computer, that would be wonderful. And as always, if you have specific questions for me, if you super chat me, I will answer it right away. And if not, I'll try to get to it at the end. All right. So let's see what's going on in here. I really don't know what this is. Hey, what's up, Travis? I don't know if I ordered 7-inch records recently. Like, I was racking my brain when I saw this package, and I was like, what could this be? And I know I'm going to see it and be like, obviously. But right now I'm in just as much confusion and disbelief as y'all. All right. This is so funny. These are video game records that I ordered, and I thought they were 12 inches, but they're 7 inches. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about these. I don't think they're that exciting for anybody here. They're kind of obscure games, but I don't want to get in trouble for sharing them. But that being said, their video game can't be full soundtracks. It's only 7 inches, but I thought they were 12 inches, and I ordered them. That's a little bizarre, but okay. Off to a weird start, folks. Let's do something that's probably going to be a little more exciting. I thought they were 12 inches. They were priced closer to 12 inches than 7 inches. Man, I feel like a bit of a doofus. Hope they weren't expensive. They weren't crazy expensive. but I do remember thinking they were cheap for a 12-inch, so interesting. Craigus Fox, you've been watching my content for years. Thanks for sharing. Well, thank you for watching. There would be no content if you weren't watching. So, guys, I don't know how I every damn time that I do a live stream, I happen to unbox video game stuff. I really don't get that many video game records. It just happens to coincide with whenever I do these streams. But that being said, I'm very excited to share this one. This is Rebirth and Despair, which is versions of the songs from the Nier soundtrack, Nier Automata, and this Nier is one of my all-time favorite game series, from the gameplay to the aesthetics to the music especially. And yeah, this is just super cool. Limited to 250, which is pretty sweet. And basically any version of Nier that they put out, I will buy, because I love this soundtrack so much. I'm actually really hoping that there's another Nier game in my lifetime, because they're just truly unforgettable experiences. They make you think. Yeah, they're just great. It sold out so fast. I bought it. I didn't see how fast it sold out because I wasn't paying attention to it, but that's cool. All right, what's next? Oh, here we go. So, it's funny. Jim had a copy of this in his collection, and I sold it because I didn't think I could justify. It was worth like $250, so I sold it. But it's a pretty solid record and definitely nostalgic for me. And this is Switchfoot's "The Beautiful Letdown," but it's our version. They're taking a note out of Taylor Swift's book, and they re-recorded this record. I've not heard the re-recording, but it was pretty affordable on their web store, and I definitely don't want to pay $250 for the original. So I figured I would get it, and hopefully the re-recorded versions are as good. The huge hits from this are "Meant to Live," "Dare You to Move." Those are probably the two colossal songs that are on this. And you definitely know those just from, they're just out in the world. They're prevalent. But yeah, I'm excited to hear this. I hope that the re-recordings are pretty faithful. But I guess we'll find out. But yeah, was excited to see that they were putting that out. It's better than the original? That's high praise, Travis. I guess we'll have to be the judge. I mean, I would trust you, Travis, but you proudly don't like Sufjan Stevens, so I feel like I take all of your opinions with a grain of salt. Oh, man. Okay, another video game related. But it's not actually video game music. It's more hip-hop related. Hey, what's up, Jason? Thank you. So this is my boy Marcus D. Marcus D, if you guys follow the Too Many Records label. Speaking of, this would be a great time to share this. The current record on the TMR label, it's at 117 out of 200, and we have 24 days left. Guys, please listen to this record and pre-order it. Like, if this doesn't get funded, I'm going to be absolutely crushed. This is a beautiful, beautiful indie pop record. So please take a listen. It's in the chat. If you have not ordered, if you're on the fence, I extended the campaign. I really believe in this record, and we're over halfway there, but we just need some more people to trust that this is going to be an amazing record for your collection. That being said, the reason I bring that up is because this is a project from my man Marcus D, who I did a project with on the label a while ago called Melancholy Hopeful. One of our probably the most successful record that we did on the label to date. I think we sold 500 copies very quickly, and the aftermarket prices on those are crazy. But this is Retrode 3, which is a series of hip-hop beats using a lot of the kind of video game samples that Marcus has done. And I think this is the first of the Retrode series on vinyl. So when I saw the pre-order go up, I had to support my boy Marcus. Just one of my favorite producers. He's just so unbelievably talented. So excited to give that a spin. And yeah, if you guys are on the fence about supporting the latest TMR release, we really could use another 40 or 50 orders. I didn't think it would be that difficult to get 200 orders out of 48,000 people, but it's proving to be... It's showing how cruel the algorithm can be. because the music is great, and everyone that's walked into my store and listened to it has pre-ordered it, and all my friends who listen to it love it because the music is objectively very good, but it's just getting the word out enough times to get people to order it has proved a bit challenging. So that's why I do these live streams. This is another damn embargo record. I was not prepared for this. Dang. Okay. I promise, guys, don't bail on me now. I know this has been kind of a shaky start to a live stream, but they can't all be flawless. All right, let's see what this next one is. How are you guys doing? What are you listening to these days? What's going on? What albums are exciting you? What concerts are you going to? What the heck is this? Okay, so I'm at the point in my record collecting where sometimes I have really, really funny, stupid stuff on my Discogs want list that are just like very obscure, and it very rarely pops up. But if it does pop up, I have to buy it. So this, I don't even know how I'm going to justify what this is. I don't even know how I'm going to explain this and not lose all of you. But here we go. Let's try. So this is a 12-inch record in a generic sleeve on marbled, it's kind of like a marbly wax, it's by Hampton The Hamster, which is the artist behind the famous Hamster Dance song from the early days of the internet. And this is a song that's not the Hamster Dance called Thank God I'm a Country Boy. And then there's also a remix of the Hamster Dance. This is like peak nostalgia for me. Like when the internet first was a thing, I was obsessed with the Hamster Dance. It was like the first meme, basically. And this is just some weird 12-inch that has a song I've never heard. I'm guessing that sounds like the Hamster Dance voice, like the high-pitched chipmunksy voice, called Thank God I'm a Country Boy, and then a remix of the Hamster Dance. And I don't know. There's also a picture disc that exists of the Hamster Dance that's on my want list. I don't know. This came up and it was very cheap. Please spin for us. I don't know if I spin this. I wonder if I would get like a copyright strike. You know what? Let's give it a shot. Let's just hope. Okay, I'm gonna go put this on, and we're gonna hear a little snippet of this. And if my channel gets shut down, it was all for the Hamster Dance. Oh boy. Okay. All right. I don't know what to expect here. Okay. That doesn't sound good. That sounds really bad. It's skipping all over the place. Oh my god, this is Is this supposed to be 45? Hold on. Good Lord. Okay, hold on. Okay, what in good God's name is this? Wow. I don't even know what to expect or what to feel after that. First of all, the record sounds like absolute garbage. It is noisy and skips. I regret playing that on my Clearaudio 1,000%. I might degrid it and see if it fixes some of that, but that was certainly not. Although if I was at like a club or something and they dropped the Hamster Dance remix, I mean I would turn up for sure. I'm glad we all experienced that. That was special. Thank you guys for joining me for that. I see there was a super chat I missed from John Miller. Forgot to add my message. I saw your thing above. Saw the National in DC on Tuesday. Incredible. They played Start a War, Geese of Beverly Road, a great new song. Yeah. So, so I'm seeing the National twice next week, Friday and Saturday, because I'm seeing that they're dropping all of these deep cuts into their sets. Every night they're playing like one or two Alligator songs that are changing. Sometimes a sad songs for Dirty Lover song. And if they're coming to my town or 20 minutes outside of my town 2 nights in a row, I have to go if they're switching up the sets that much. So I am so excited to go to the show, and I'll let you guys know. Okay, that was really awful. I can't believe I let you guys convince me to play that. I regret buying that. Thankfully, it was only like $15 shipped. But that record is like G+. It is not good. So that was quite the experience. Just a real nightmare. Hey, what's up, Adam? All right. Next record. That's not Polk. It's not a Hamster Dance or video game related, hopefully. Let's see. One for the dollar bin. No, that's one for the incinerator. Oh, yeah. So, I ordered this record because it was graded VG, and it's a record that never shows up for sale. So I decided to buy it because it was up for like $30, and I was like, I'm gonna take a chance that this is undergraded. So this is a record that I used to love back in my early indie days, called Fortnightly by White Rabbits. Just a really kind of obscure Academy Fight song, just kind of like a indie pop, and this album is excellent. But they graded it VG. Right now, from looking at the jacket, I mean, it's easily a VG plus jacket, but maybe the disc has some issues. It's kind of an interesting splatter, so it's hard to tell on this color, but I'm definitely going to bring this into the shop and degrid it. Very, very hard record to find. I've had, like, for context, guys, I check my want list, like, multiple times a day on Discogs, obviously, and I've had this in my want list for years, and I've seen it pop up maybe 5 times since 2014. So, very, very obscure record, and for $35 shipped, I'm going to take a chance. This looks better than VG, so I'm hoping that they just undergraded it, and I guess we'll find out, but super cool. Oh, we got something from Wizard of Loneliness, because we got a little wizard drawing on there. How do I orient this? Yep. And of course, this is going to be another video game adjacent thing, so just kill me right now. This whole stream is a bust. But this is, I guess, kind of same way as Marcus, more like hip hop beaty. Yeah, Noiboy knows what's up. Chris knows what's good. This is going to be Persona, which is a Persona-inspired hip-hop tape. I asked him to sign it for me, and he didn't sign mine. Colin, we're going to have words, my man. I got both variants. Just really cool art. I mean, Persona soundtrack is one of the greatest game soundtracks of all time. If you like jazz funk, like, anybody would like the soundtrack without even knowing the game. And this is basically hip-hop beat-inspired, kind of vaporwavy, using samples from... And I just love the back art, too, with all of the all the Persona font on it. Super cool. Cannot wait to hear this. Yeah, Colin, you were supposed to sign them for me. My heart's broken. All right, let's keep going. Oh, looks like this is backwoods. Is this gonna be my man Billy Woods? This might be the new Billy Woods record. Yep, this is the new Billy Woods record. This is very bare bones packaging. I feel like Billy does usually better than this. This feels like just a single pocket, not gatefold. This is his album Maps. Billy Woods is a very, very popular underground hip-hop artist right now. A lot of his early records go for like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Kenny Siegel's an awesome producer, and I struggle to get into Billy Woods as much as everyone else, but I do enjoy his music. So it's kind of one of those things where I'm giving myself the time to try to get into it and making sure I don't miss out on the drop. And if I can't end up connecting with the music for any reason, I'll just put it in the shop. But wanted to make sure I got this. I think there's been a few drops of this, so I think if you want it, it hasn't been as hard to get as some of his other projects or his work he's done with Armand Hammer. But, yeah. Leland said, how did the NASDisc drop go and any more whatnots planned for the future? Good question. So the NASDisc drop was pretty good. I think we sold maybe like 20-25% of all the records I put up, which in a day is pretty solid. And I put a bunch of the rest in the store after the fact, and a bunch of those sold at the 1 year. So overall it was great. My first flash drop with NASDisc was great. I'll probably do another NASDisc drop sometime next month, maybe. I'll let you guys know about that. I might do another video with them sometime this summer because they have a lot of things that they're working on that are really exciting as both a consumer and a seller, and I want to be able to highlight those whenever they're available. So fingers crossed. As for Whatnot, I was thinking about possibly doing another Whatnot at some point because I have so many grails right now. Like, our walls are full of epic grails from our 1 year, and our grail bin is literally stuffed to the gills, like overflowing with really rare, unique, awesome records because we took everything off the walls to make room for the new stuff. So it's a good problem to have, but we have too many grails, and I feel like it could be fun to do one more Whatnot where I kind of like blow some of those really cool records out. TBD though, not a priority, but it could happen. This I had to pick up because I had this in my want list and I've never seen it pop up. This is Tell Me About It by Creed Bratton. If you don't know who Creed Bratton is, maybe this picture will remind you. That is indeed the same Creed as in The Office. An excellent sitcom. Not quite Parks and Rec, but still. Grassroots, yeah. So this is a record that he put out that's actually quite good. Music is shockingly entertaining. I would almost relate it to kind of like Tim Heidecker, how, he is kind of a comedian, but he also can turn it off a little bit and be a little more sincere. And I was surprised to hear that this record was actually pretty enjoyable. But that being said, it's also very rare. It never pops up for sale. I don't know what year this came out. 2013. And I've had it on my want list for a while, and it randomly popped up one day, and I was just like, all right. And it was pretty affordable, so I decided to just jump at it. But pretty obscure record. If you're a fan of The Office, you're probably excited about that. Definitely worth listening to, for sure. All right, let's keep going. What have we here? What did I order? This is filler. What was this again? Oh, right. I ordered a Ryuichi Sakamoto record. I forget the name of this record. A lot of it is in Japanese, but comes with the Obi strip. It's a beautiful album. Kind of experimental, electronic, a little bit ahead of its time, I would say. What year did this come out? 1984. A great record by Ryuichi Sakamoto, and I happened to see a fairly affordable one pop up on Discogs. I fear that a lot of his stuff is going to get harder and harder to get with his passing, so I'm trying to collect the records that I've enjoyed of his in the past. This is one of them. Really stoked to see that it comes with the Obi strip, which is awesome. Yeah, so excited to give this a spin. Really solid, like I said, kind of ahead of its time record. Am I running out of space at the house for records? Yeah, kind of. Although, no, because I am in the process of building. You guys get the first little peek at this for those of you that take the time to spend time with me on a live stream. I am building a second listening room downstairs, and I'm going to be doing a video about that either end of June or sometime in July, and it's awesome. And I have a whole system down there that I'm going to talk about. That's awesome. And yeah, so I'm running out of room, but then I innovate and find new ways to make room. So, because this room, you know, it has all my really good stuff, but it's not really the best lounging room. It's pretty chaotic. It's my office. I edit in here. It's like kind of tight. And downstairs is going to be more so for actually, like, I'm going to sit and listen to a record and just kind of like zone out and not do anything else. So yeah, I'm excited to show you guys that, but that's just a little tease. More info to come on that for sure. When you have too many records, you have so much listening to do, it requires a second listening room. That's true. Genova 7, that's true, my man. Okay. 2 listening rooms, someone is not married. I am not married. But my girlfriend, Alex, who may still be in here, she has 1,000 records of her own. So we don't live together, but I think she would be in full support. And I think if we ever live together, it would be interesting to see how the collections commingle and how we handle something like a listening room. We've talked about how that would be a fun video down the road to do, like how a collecting couple handles that kind of stuff. I think that would be very fun. To make a video and also see the responses from people who have wives that do not like their vinyl hobby or who have partners that are very much into the same thing and they try to figure it out together. So I think that's a very fascinating aspect of the vinyl community that no one really talks about. Okay, she is still here. Yeah, we're going to do a checkout system like a library. Yeah, Alex, make sure you brush up on your Dewey Decimal System. We're going to keep it very old school. We're not going to do any of this new technology. We're going to have cards and we're going to punch them and it's going to be great. Up here we have my boy Televangel, who produced Neutral Milk Motel, which is pressing right now, or should be shipping soon actually, I hope, from the TMR label. Speaking of the TMR label, one more shout out for the latest record up for pre-order right now, guys. I just put it back in the chat. We need like 75 or 80 more orders for this record to come to fruition. It is a beautiful indie pop record. It is mastered all analog. It's going to look beautiful with the variant. Please take a chance on it. You can listen on the page I just linked, and we just need a little more support to make it cross the finish line. So please consider it. If you've pre-ordered a copy, consider ordering a second copy. Why not? You can always sell it or do something with it. But yeah, check it out. Anyway, this is AJ Suede and Televangel Parthian Shots. New record. Anything that Televangel touches. I've been a fan of this guy, Ian, since Blue Sky Black Death, and everything he's done as a solo artist and produced has been fire. So really excited to give this album a listen. It's just like, yeah. All right, this is a mailer that looks like it's seen better days, for sure. What is going on in here? What is this? Oh, I know what this is. This is something Sabrina the Teenage DJ related. Her last record, I remember this now. It comes with... oh, that's brutal. That sucks. I mean, I know it's a generic sleeve, but it's signed. not good. I do love the Coke bottle clear, but I wonder if she can like send me another. I have more stuff on the way from her, so I wonder if she'll send me a new one. But this record comes with lip balm, hand balm. It's the smallest writing. I literally can't read this. I think it comes with some kind of balm. It's some kind of balm. I don't know. I'm not really a balm guy, but yeah, I am a Sabrina the Teenage DJ fan, and I'll have to reach out to her and see if there's an extra sleeve available, but that's a bummer. Lotion? Is it a lotion? Embalm balm? Yeah, we're going to be doing some embalming, guys. Stick around for the after party. TMR stands for Tomb Mummies Records. I guess you didn't realize that there were tombs and mummies involved. What is this? Well, I think I screwed up, or... Whoa, I think they sent me the wrong person's... I'm very confused. I feel like they sent me the wrong person's order. This is Vinyl Me Please. And that's not my name, but this slip was inside of the package. And I remember I did swap one of my things for this because I didn't like whatever the record was, and Fiona is always going to sell in the store. I own this already. But I definitely swapped this Gold Link record out. I don't like Gold Link, so I swapped this, I believe, for store credit. And I think they sent me whoever this Matthew Lakeo is. I think they sent me his records somehow. I'm going to have to contact them too. Just more things for me to do. I signed up for Vinyl Me Please not have to think, not to have to solve their problems. But that's okay. I think that's everything. That last one is a frame. I thought that was a record. It's a frame. Very confused, but you know what? We're going to figure this all out. Not together. I'm going to have to figure this out on my own, but it's going to get figured out. So, all right, we hit the 30-minute mark. We have unboxed, and now it is time to do some Q&A. If you guys have questions about me or music or the channel or anything, the 1 year, happy to answer them now. Feel free to super chat me anytime you'd like. We always appreciate, as a creator, getting a tip. It makes us feel like we are, respected and appreciated for what we do. So, have I listened to thy Catafalque album yet? No, I remember you told me to listen to that. I have not yet. I'm sorry, Enosh. I will. I'll give it a listen. Am I seeing Baby Metal? I haven't really spent the time to listen to Baby Metal yet, so I am not seeing Baby Metal, but I feel like I would probably like it if I spent some time with it. You asked VMP to replace your Lost Sublime record. Now you have two. So the lost one showed up, and then they sent you another one? Sounds about right. That seems like they're pretty willy-nilly with their replacements. So, yeah. I'm sure they're just going to let me keep this Gold Link record and give me the store credit I requested. That's my guess, but we'll see. I don't know. You're seeing Caetano Veloso in Madrid in September. So excited. That's amazing. I would love to see Caetano Veloso with all of these legends like Jorge Roberto and Gal Costa passing away in the past, 5 or 6 years. Caetano, I would love to see him before he goes. I don't foresee a U.S. tour happening, but that would be rad. Nikki with a great question. Was there anything that didn't sell on the anniversary day that I'm surprised didn't sell? Yes, there's a bunch of things I'm surprised that didn't sell. The signed Kendrick Dam on red vinyl, surprised that made it. The DGs, first press, surprised no one bought that. Lee Morgan's Sidewinder, first press mono, plays like close to near mint. No one bought that. The Pretty Lights record. Everyone was DMing me leading up to the thing. Are you gonna sell it? Are you gonna sell it? And I had it. And no one even inquired about it. And my price is lower than the going rate. You know, it's expensive, but it's lower than what it sold for recently. So I don't know. There's a lot of things I'm surprised that sold. There's a lot of things I'm surprised. Sorry, there's a lot of things I'm surprised didn't sell, but there's also a lot of things I'm surprised that did sell that fast. Some things that are a little more obscure that were just like plucked off the wall really fast. The Eve 6 sold like instantly. It was one of the first things off the wall. Yeah, Daft Punk Discovery first press, grabbed real quick. Blonde was one of the first things that sold. The same guy that got Blonde also got the RL Led Zeppelin. Yeah, right now the store is packed. There's so much good stuff there, and I got to be heading there soonish because I'm leaving Goose there by himself to fend. Did I get the new Monica record? I ordered it. I have not received it yet. Speaking of EMP, you got the Adam Schlesinger tribute album I showed in the shop. That's a great record. Saving for a Custom Van. Yeah, Adam Schlesinger is just too good. He was too good for this world, apparently. I wish he was still here. If I want some current Brazilian music, check out Mr. Bongo's recent compilation. So with current Brazilian music, I'd love to hear Bossa Revival, but I don't necessarily want current Brazilian music, if that makes sense. Like, I love new bossa, but I don't know. Noticed DeFontaine's DC record on the store's wall. Am I a fan of that band? I've never listened to them. Are they like post-punk? Is that what they're classified as? I don't think I've ever listened to them. I know people love them, though. Hidden Waters, quite great presentation, info in the liners. Okay, I'll check it out. I'll have to give it a little snippet and hear some of it. Do I have the new Jessie Ware record? I don't know Jessie Ware. I know the name, but I don't really know much more beyond that. So, yeah. Fontaine's DC, post-punk, more mellow than Shame and Idols. They're like the Pogues. So I can't even really get into the Pogues. I've tried a few times and it's not my jam. But maybe I'll have to listen to a track or two. The new Arlo Parks record is gorgeous. Arlo Parks is another artist that I really haven't spent a lot of time with. It's overwhelming how much music there is, right? And we all stick in our lanes and we try to listen to what we listen to, but there's just so much that there's just literally not enough time in a life to listen to everything. How many TMR members showed up for the 1 year? Terry was there. Yeah, it was awesome. And Roland was there. Chris was there. Paul was there. Terry was there. I'm trying to think of who else from the OG TMR crew was there. That might be it. But it was awesome. You went to see the National last Friday in Chicago. An amazing performance. I've been sitting watching all the set lists roll in, and I am absolutely drooling. As somebody who has chastised them for not switching their sets up basically ever, every tour I've seen them on has been pretty stagnant for the most part. This tour, they're giving what the people want, and they're going deep with deep cuts, and I'm so excited to see them next week. Any more questions for me? I might end this one a little earlier than usual because I do have to make it over to the store. There's much to be done. We cannot rest now that the 1 year is over. There's still plenty to be done. Guesstimate of vinyl records in the world. It's like asking me to do one of those how many marbles are in the jar challenge. I don't know. I have literally no idea. My number would be just so significantly off base. I don't even think it's worth venturing one. All right. Well, fun thought though. Yeah. Say hi to Goose. I hope the album gets funded. Me too. Me too. But thank you guys for this impromptu short little live stream. I'm going to boogie, but you'll look forward to the video next week of the TMR 1 year recap. It should be a fun one. And thank you guys again for your time. I'll see you soon.